season's over. So it's somewhat refreshing. And now we head to Chicago for what I think is going to be one of the all-time great postseason tournaments. I've never seen a conference schedule go down to where every game was meaningful on the last day or pretty close to it. The last game, the winner became a 2 seed, or if they had lost, it could have been a 9. I think that speaks volumes to the competitive nature of this league, the evenness of this league. Obviously, congratulations to Purdue for Matt and his club. It's a clean slate. Now you're in one and go home if you don't play well, and we've got another opportunity to go out and compete, and we look forward to that opportunity. And obviously, Penn State is a team that has had a great year. I think Mike has done a heck of a job in his 2 years there. Obviously, in my opinion, I think if Zach wasn't the MVP of our league, Pickett would be. He's had that kind of year. He's put up those type of numbers. That team minus him is significantly different, and we've not guarded him very well. So they've shot 54% combined in 2 games against us, and we're a better defensive team than that, and they are elite offensively. But we've got to be better at both ends, and we're capable of that. And we've got a great challenge on Thursday, and we'll see how it goes.
You saw Jaden out here? How's he doing?
He is in our protocol, which is a good thing now. You have to get to your base level before you can do that. So he's in protocol, and again, as with everything else, everything goes a reaction to what he does the day before.
I'm assuming the difference this time, will he travel with you to Chicago?
He will.
Okay.
He will.
When did he get into the protocol and start that process?
I didn't even know what today is. Monday? What is Tuesday? Yesterday.
Coach, when you play Penn State, how much do you have to change defensively to take away the 3-point line from them?
Yeah, they're making 12 a game against us, so it's something that they put. They've got elite shooters at every spot. Now you add what Winter's done in the last 5. I think he's 13 of 17 in his last 5 from the 3. And so you worry about Pickett's post ups, and you worry about 4 other guys who can shoot the cover off of it at about 40%. So it's a challenge. It's why they're successful. And that being said, you've got to make them guard on the other end, and you've got to guard them without fouling as well. So we gave them some points in transition. We've got to clean that up, but we'll see how it goes.
Do you subscribe to the notion it's hard to beat a team 3 times? Is that a cliche?
I sure hope it is, but no, I think you got to go play each game independently, and you can't you can't be overconfident, you can't be underconfident. You've got to show up and play, and we know they're good. They've definitely earned our respect, and the first game here we were a different team than we were the second time, but you can't gift this team points. You've got to make them earn it, and we haven't done a very good job of that in 2 games.
Did you like what you saw Sunday out of Coleman at the point and just kind of running things?
Yeah.
Especially in the second half?
Yeah. He's our 5-out stuff is really good, and you combine that with the fact that when we touch the paint, we're really, really efficient. I mean, we're about a 1.45 or 1.5 OER. What we can't do is stand. And when we get in trouble in our 5-out stuff is when we stand and don't cut or don't screen. So we had matchups we liked in that game, Obviously they were trying to play Zach, and Zach gave us a little bit of an out in terms of being able to. He wasn't leaving the paint, so. But again, we like it. It's something we've worked on quite a bit over the course of the year, and it was great for us in that game.
Matthew Meyer had a little bit of a slower start to the season and is now getting Big Ten honors. I guess just what are your thoughts on just his journey to becoming a leader for this team?
Yeah, my hat's off to him, he and Terrence. Two guys who've come in here and have all league seasons. I guess that's 3 transfers now that we've had all league guys become all league, and it's just a growth process. I'm really happy for him. He's had a terrific season. He's done it. Where he never got dejected with the slow start. He gained confidence. He's a very confident young man, and just excited for both he and Terrence. Both those guys have been great.
Coleman about did a 5-1 session and bring the ball. And I've seen it close with a whole lot of players like that.
No. And Thomas Walkup was a little bit of that for us at Stephen F. Thomas could play, anywhere. He's a point guard as a professional. He was a power forward and played a lot of center for us at times at SFA based on matchups. But versatility is huge, and Coleman's ability to do that. You've got to have IQ and really good feel, and both of those guys had that, and Coleman obviously has it. So it allows him to be successful. He knows every position on the court, for every set, for every action, and he makes great reads. And when Coleman gets in trouble, it's usually because he overhandles. But when he's moving it and popping and screening and doing those things, and he's really effective. And I will say this about Coleman: I was devastated he wasn't on the all-defensive team. Here's a guy who can guard all 5 spots. Here's a guy who can has meant so much to us, leads us in minutes, leads us in. We would be lost without it. And I was bothered by that. But he's had a great season, and hopefully that continues for us here in the postseason.
Would you like to play a higher possession game against these guys? And what do they make it? They make it tough to speed them up, right?
Well, they don't give you anything in transition. They don't hardly offensive rebound. They send one guy to the glass. They send 4 back, so you don't get easy baskets. So they're very similar to Wisconsin in that standpoint, that you're not gonna get easy opportunities. The ball's in Pickett's hands a lot. He's a low turnover guy. He's got a great 3 or 4 to 1 assist to turnover ratio, and so when you don't get live ball turnovers and you send 4 guys back, it's hard to get those possessions up.
Is there a specific moment or situation where it struck you that if you could have 5 guys on the court and the shortest one's 6'6" and they're all multiple positional, that's what you wanted?
Yeah. 3 years ago when we knew we had to replace Kofi. And I had that at SFA, and I know the success we had with that. Now, were we that big at SFA? We were not. Were we that multidimensional? Yes. We could play our point guard anywhere. We could put Thomas Walkup anywhere. And that's what we're ultimately trying to get to. And we do that with Coleman. We have some luxuries with Matt and TJ. But we do have positional size, which helps. And instead of just being 7 foot, 260 in the middle, or 270 in the middle, we're bigger on the perimeter, and that's been great for us. We're one of the top shot blocking teams in the country, and we, when we're dialed in defensively, we're pretty doggone good.
How have you been able to leverage that group a little more here the last couple of weeks? It's seen more.
Yeah, and it's, again, some of it's matchup based. I like this small group against size. It allows us to move the ball. It allows us to pass and cut. It opens the paint up. I love that aspect of it. We're trying to create as many opportunities as we can, and that's no knock on having Dane. We need Dane to be very, very good, but based on some matchups, just being able to open the paint up has really helped.
How does Dane then fit in his part of?
Yeah, I think it's that It's the same role. You know, we can play a couple of different ways. We need his post-up ability. We need his ability to score in the paint. Like I said, no matter how you look at getting the ball into the paint, sometimes it's post feeds and to him, and he's very effective. Sometimes it's, you know, pick and rolls. Sometimes it's drives. However we do that, we've got to get the ball into the paint, and Dane plays a huge part of that for us.
With a chance to improve NCAA seeding in this tournament, you talk about those stakes with you guys.
No, every game, that's something all we can control is winning and trying to go out and play our best. And what some committee does, you know, we've got a 31 game resume. We've got great non-league wins. You know, we can't go change any of that. All we can do is continue to try to play, and you know, we don't need to worry about any of that stuff. Let's just go out and worry. Penn State gives you enough to worry about, and we'll focus on that.
On Sunday, it seemed like when you do your 5-out stuff, Ty became your designated screener and getting guys open to make sure the ball moves. Is that role he's embellished, or embraced?
Yeah, he's a great screener, but they also had Zach on him, so it freed up. You know, all we had Ty do was go screen,
Right.
So it put Zach in a ball screen. And if Zach was going to camp in the paint, then it allowed us to come off and get some clean looks and play in space. So he's very good at that. He does it instinctively. He's a very good cutter because of that. He's great at slipping them. So yeah, he's very efficient that way.
Is the next step for him, hey, they need to be able to guard, they have to guard me. You know, I can't
Yeah.
just be a designated screener.
And he's very good at taking up space with his post-ups.
Right.
He's not afraid to eat those up. You know, he's got to continue to grow his jump shot as he's maturing in his college days. But yeah, he does a great job of eating up space, and then he's so strong. You know, and you saw that, you know, Purdue matched a lot of size with him, and they doubled him in the post-ups. So that's ultimate respect.
Everybody talks about Penn State's offense, but what do they do defensively that's a challenge for you?
Yeah, I mean, they eliminate transition. That's one of the great things that they've been successful with. It keeps their possessions low, you know, and then they're going to stay right in front of you. You know, they can play small, big. They've mixed up some of their ball screen coverages, but they're primarily a man, and there's a wall there. You know, they'll, you know, they're pretty. You know, kind of what you see is what you get. You know, they make you earn it, and you know, you've got to run offense to get good looks, and we'll have to do that.
What's been the conversation with your coaches or your guys about those slow, like kind of getting over those slow starts? Has there been any emphasis since? I guess it's only been since Sunday.
Ton of them.
Yeah.
All year long, you know, and it's you know, it's, you know, we gifted Purdue 11 points, so you know, it's 11-0 run, and then 16-minute mark. You know, we play pretty good. You know, so you take the first 4 minutes out of that, and the last 3, and you know, and the last 3's on me. I should have put Coleman back in the game. But you know, all of a sudden you're right there, and then you play a great 20. But I'm just, you know, we got to get shots. You know, we're still waiting for the first play of the game that we practiced and talked about to be run. They didn't run it. You know, and I can't go out there and run that for them. We've got to have some discipline. Everybody talks about scripting plays and doing all this, and at some point, you know, we have to be able to take that to the court and execute it. And you know, that's challenging. But you know, the other night was just us turning the ball over.